Hey everybody, it's Justin here. I just finished up week 20 of 52 Kinds of Love, and here's how it went. So, week 20 was dedicated to Nikki, and at the time of writing this card, I had actually only seen or known of Nikki one time, but in that one time, she was at a fundraiser for my Ultimate Frisbee team, and she's a really, really good friend of one of my buddies, and she had just come to support him. And she actually won the door prize, which was $100 cash. And immediately, as soon as she won it, she took that $100 bill and walked it straight over to me and said, "It needs to be with your team. That's where it should be." So that's why I put a $100 bill with Nikki's name. And I just thought from that moment that was something truly admirable of her. Just showed a lot about her personality, that it took less than a split second for her to make that decision. And I said, I need to put her name in the jar, and I need to figure out what this girl's all about. So I started off the week and asked if I could call her. And again, I really had no connection with her, but I got her phone number off of Facebook, and we had a 30-minute phone call to start off. And this was a time that in Ohio we had some storms on Monday, and a lot of people's houses flooded. And Nikki's basement actually flooded on Monday while we were trying to connect. So our conversation wasn't superbly about all positive things to start off, but I figured this might be a chance for me to help, and maybe this is just how the timing of how things are supposed to be. So I learned a couple things the first night, just about where she worked and things like that, but I asked her what were some of the things that made her happiest that weren't people, and she said her dogs, and she said camping, and she said acoustic guitar. And so I said, all right, I can dig all three of those things. I like dogs as long as they don't lick my face. I love camping. I go every year. And I hadn't played acoustic guitar in a while, so if I'm going to dedicate the week, I better play a little acoustic guitar. So here's just a tiny little bit of a song that I wrote. Never sleep enough. I'm always thinking of 7, 8, 9, 52 kinds of love. So that's a tiny little bit. I wrote a lot more, I promise. I'm just trying to keep the video shorter. So yeah, I did that, and my fingers hurt superbly from... Not superbly, I don't know why I said that word again. My fingers hurt a lot from trying to play acoustic guitar this week, but it was kind of fun. Nikki told me that she's really into country music, so I set my radio station to 99.5 country music and didn't change it all week. I listened to country music all week in dedication of her. We made plans to have dinner Friday. And we met up at a place called The Rail, and we had a great dinner, great conversation. We talked for like 3 hours. I'm glad her boyfriend let me take her out to dinner when she has no idea who I really am, and just kind of trusted the process as she tried to explain what this whole project was all about. But something cool happened when we were at The Rail in Great Northern, and there was a guy there, one of the managers, who had actually supported a 5K that I had mentioned just a week or so ago. And he goes, yeah, you guys are always doing good things, and I heard about the story where you gave this t-shirt to this other guy, and let me come right back. And he went and he left, and he just came back with a $25 gift card and said, you'll know what to do with this, someone who needs it or someone who would appreciate it. So I just thought that was a pretty awesome moment, that someone had just seen and heard about kind of what I was doing and just took a moment for a random act of kindness. It was awesome that it literally happened right in front of somebody else's eyes while we were doing a random act of kindness and trying to treat each other more kind in the world, and it just worked out amazingly. When I was at dinner, well, I told Nikki earlier in the week, like, please call me, let me know, I want to help out with the flooding if there's anything I can do. And I think her boyfriend was just on top of things and just kind of like gutted the basement already, so there really wasn't a moment for me to jump in and pull stuff out of the basement, I guess. But I did give them a gift card to Home Depot just so it can help them out. I felt that was at least a way I could contribute for the week. Nikki had also mentioned that she would want to be involved a little bit more in Because I Said I Would, and kind of the whole reason I started this whole thing. And I think she's going to join for the Because I Said I Would event that's happening in September 6th in Columbus. So you guys should also check that out. We talked a lot about how Nikki loves owls, so I busted out my owl shirt for the day, and I actually just recently completed a painting of an owl. So the reason I waited an extra day, Monday, to post this video was that I wanted to deliver that to her. So I went over to her and her boyfriend's house today. I played with the puppies, and I gave her the painting, and I wanted to have a picture to kind of commemorate the weekend, so here it is. And I was really glad to hang out and talk with her and learn a lot, and I really, honestly, truly think that it's kind of the start of a really awesome friendship. So I'm excited to see where it goes, and it was fantastic that the week kind of played out how it did, and I know she was not in the best spot with, her basement flooding and a lot of stuff having to be, just all the issues that go with that, insurance and trash and taking stuff, hauling it out. So I'm glad I could provide a little positive energy for the week, and hopefully we'll carry that through forward. So as we head into week 21, it will be dedicated to Jeff Swislocki. So check in next week to figure out who Jeff is, why there's a little shoe on there, and how the week goes. Bye. Peace. 52 kinds of love.